What's up, guys? It's Dekkster here, and we got some more cards to go over from Ashes of Outland. So there's a couple I didn't cover in the past. I'm going to jump through those as well. We got Germination here, a Druid spell at 4 mana, copy a friendly minion, give the copy taunt. So you're essentially, it's almost like a faceless manipulator that only goes on a friendly minion, but it also gives it taunt, and it's 1 less mana than a faceless manipulator, with the caveat that it cannot target untargetable minions. So finally, kind of happy Wingardium does not, it's not targetable. Thank goodness. It's got evasive on it, so you can't hit it with germination. That would be kind of busted. But you play a minion, you hope it sticks, you hit it with the germination. The biggest you can really go is maybe like on turn 10 you play a 6-drop and you germinate it. Other than that, you have to play a big minion, maybe on turn 7, turn 8, you hope it sticks, and then you hit it with the germination. So I could see this card often being clunky, often being stuck in your hand and doing nothing. But other than that, germination seems okay. Not a huge fan though. So maybe as a one of, I don't know. I think it's just going to be awkward and clunky in your hand. We got ysiel, windsinger, a 9 mana 5/5 where your spells cost 1. So you play this on turn 9 with like an innervate and coin, and you can play any spell. I guess you'd have to coin or innervate before you play this, because this will change the cost of your spells to 1, right? So your coin and stuff like that. Obviously pretty nuts with something like UI, which is not in standard. So maybe not going to see too much action. We do have the card that discounts this. The dormant card, it'll discount this a little bit. Then you can play this a little bit earlier, and then you can use some spells at a discount, which is pretty nice. You'll have a nice swingy turn, but it just seems a little bit awkward to set up. And the way Druid is structured right now, I don't think you actually have that many spells that you would get insane value from. So unless they start adding maybe some spells that generate minions as well, this doesn't seem too good to me right now. A bit awkward, again, a bit clunky. So yeah, pretty cool card, cool effect, similar to, I think it's Aviana, right? But what spells do we really want to be casting? I guess the drawing, we can use it as a draw card, overflowing. I don't know. All right, we got a Sethic Veil Weaver, a 2 mana 2/3 priest card where after you cast a spell on a minion, you add a priest spell to your hand. This seems obviously it's got the okay stat line 2/3, right? The River Croc bod, but I don't know how much value you're gonna get off of this effect. Adding a priest spell to your hand seems like it's going to be random, which is just not great. There's a lot of bad priest spells. Feels like Discover, that might be busted, and this card would be great. But because it's random, generally I think this is going to be trash. That element of RNG just makes this inconsistent. It is after you cast a spell on a minion. It's not necessarily a friendly minion, so you can like Holy Fire something, an opponent's minion, and then get a random spell in your hand. Well, I guess Holy Fire, not so much. But you know what I mean. Like it's a bit clunky and random. It'll be fun, and every now and then you'll get that crazy moment. But as far as being a staple or competitively viable, I'm going to go with definitely not. All right, we got Mok'Nathal Lion, a 4 mana 5/2 beast for Hunter with Rush and Battlecry. Choose a friendly minion, gain a copy of its Death Rattle. This seems insanely good to me. Diving Griffin is 3 mana with 4/1 Rush, and it's super good. It also draws a card, but it could draw this card, right? And then you play this card. It's got a lot of attack. It's got Rush, so it could be used as removal. And the Battlecry is pretty insane. Sometimes you're not going to have a minion that you're able to copy its Death Rattle, but you might just play this as a 4 mana deal 5 damage to something on your opponent's side of the board. And at that point, it's still good. So the fact that the Battlecry is actually busted, where you gain a copy of a friendly minion's Death Rattle, this is so good. You can use it on the Prime, right? If you really need to get a ton of late game value, your Zixor Prime, I think it is, you play the Zixor, you use this right after you copy its Death Rattle, and then you kill them both off. and you're gonna get even more primes in your deck or whatever. So this seems really good for that. Mechanical Whelp, I don't remember what set it's from, but like copying that, or like the Spider Bomb, like there's so many decent death rattles in Hunter that this just this seems like it's gonna be a natural fit. I mean, even if you're running a budget deck and you play a Savannah high main and they don't deal with the high main, just copying that, getting a couple extra 2/2s is pretty solid. So I think this card is going to see a lot of play until it rotates. I think this is like one of the best cards we've seen from the set, actually. We got Imprisoned Felmaw, a 2-mana 5/4 demon where it's dormant for 2 turns, and then when it awakens, it attacks a random enemy. This is a Hunter card, and dormant for 2. Okay, so you play this on 2. When it awakens, it attacks a random enemy, so it could hit your opponent's face. Maybe. I mean, this is really well statted. So on turn 2, you're doing this instead of maybe hero powering. I mean, this seems pretty good to me. As long as you're not playing a deck that wants you to hero power, maybe like a face hunter where you need to trigger your quest, or maybe you got the thing that plays secrets when you use your hero power. Don't remember the name of it. This seems pretty good. Pretty good. A little bit slow, a little bit delayed, but the fact that it awakens and actually does something on the turn that it awakens, you can't actually swing with it after, but it'll attack something random, maybe your opponent's face for 5 damage. That's pretty cool. It's a demon, so it might be easily removed by some things, but this card, it seems okay. Little bit slow. I'd probably rather play a 2-mana 2/3 on turn 2. Apexis Smuggler, 2-mana 2/3. After you play Secret, discover a spell. So you kind of hope this sticks on 2. Otherwise, you're playing a Secret the following turn and then discovering a spell, or maybe you play this much later. Then it becomes 5 mana, get a 2/3 and discover a spell. Like that it doesn't seem great to me. I guess you could discover a secret, right? And kind of just constantly be discovering things, which might be fun, might be pretty good. Maybe they're trying to bring back some sort of secret mage. But this card doesn't excite me too much. Right now, I just think it's kind of meh. Just because secrets are 3 mana, you're not going to get too much value off of this, and it's just too easily removed. So that makes me feel like you end up wanting to use it as like a combo card on, I don't know, turn 8, and you hope to play this and get 2 secrets out, and then it's immediately just going to get destroyed. So yeah, not a big fan of this one, but pretty fun and flavorful. A lot of fun to discover spells, so I like that. We got Apexis Blast, 5-mana mage spell, deal 5 damage. If your deck has no minions, summon a random 5-cost minion. So this is no minion mage or spell mage, and this is pretty dang good. What Firelands Portal was 7 mana. It did 5 damage to something, and you summon a 5-drop. Now this is 2 mana less, which is amazing, but you also you gotta be running no minions in your deck. So I guess that's maybe it's worth it. I think we need to see more no minion mage cards before making a real call on it. But if no minion mage is a thing, this card just seems busted. 2 less mana, like my god, 5 mana, deal 5 damage, summon a 5. It's almost like half a UI. Not really, but yeah, it's pretty good. I like this a lot. I like this quite a bit. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Oh my god, I love Firelands Portal, so this is super good. Plus, it can go face. I wonder if no minion mage is gonna be more of like a burn deck or like a control-y deck. That'd be something to look out for. But Apexis Blast, super good card. But yeah, that's a super strong restriction on your deck building options. So. We got Kane Sunfury, a 4-mana 3/5. This is a demon hunter legendary with charge, and all friendly attacks ignore taunt. Now, a lot of people seem to be upset by this having charge when they're removing Leroy, and they're trying to get rid of, I guess, charge, or they said they were trying to get rid of charge as a mechanic. And yet here is a charge card, and all friendly attacks also ignore taunt. Now, I think this lets you decide to ignore the taunt and just hit face. You could probably still hit the taunt if you really wanted to, but you play this and you can swing face and ignore that taunt. So maybe you set up a nice big board, and then you beat them to death. This is 4 mana. It's well statted. It has charge. It's amazing. It's really, really good. Yeah, I think this card is probably like 5 out of 5. Plus, it allows you to swing face. So if you have a relatively large weapon, your opponent puts down a taunt, they're feeling nice and relaxed. Like, oh, I got a big taunt. He can't get through this, right? You can get through this. I mean, Leroy couldn't get through taunts, but this card surely can. So this card, very, very good. Kane Sunfury. All right, Evocation, mage, legendary spell at 1 mana. Fill your hand with random mage spells. At the end of your turn, discard them. So this this killed Mountain Giant, apparently. Yeah, with Mountain Giant, this would just be busted, right? You just play this card and then throw out Mana Giant super, super quick. It does work similarly to Solarium, where you discard, you draw 3 cards and then you discard them. So pretty interesting. I think Evocation is going to be a lot of fun. It ends up being a little bit clunky if you end up trying to use it with like Mana Cyclone because, well, actually, no, this is great with Mana Cyclone, right? You pop off, you play the Evocation, you fill some, I don't know, 4 or 5 random spells. You just start, you hope you can go wild with them. And then you pop off with your Mana Cyclone. Like that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It also could change the playstyle of the Mana Cyclone, where you kind of just dump all your hand. You keep the Mana Cyclone last, and then once you get Evocation, maybe on turn 8, turn 9, turn 10, you pop off with the Mana Cyclone. You Evocation, I don't know, you cast 4 or 5 spells, you play the Mana Cyclone. It's going to get rid of the ones that would discard. It'll replace them with the Mana Cyclone versions, and then you get to keep all those spells in your hand, so that's pretty cool. I do enjoy Mana Cyclone Mage. It's one of the more thought-provoking and fun decks in Standard right now, in my opinion. So, yeah, the Evocation, fantastic. Also, if you play this with Sorcerer's Apprentice, it's 0 mana, right? So you're going to have some crazy pop-off turns with Mana Cyclones and Sorcerer's Apprentices and Evocation. Like, this is going to be sick. This is going to be awesome. All right, Augmented Porcupine, a 3 mana 2/4 beast with the death rattle. Deal this minion's attack damage randomly split among all enemies. So this is pretty good. You could buff this thing up. Let's say it has 5 attack. Oh, and you can even copy it with that card with the terrible art. What's it called? Mok'Nathal Lion. You just copy it with the Mok'Nathal Lion, and then it's going to be some insane damage. Oh my god, wait, so you play this on 3, and then on 4, you copy it with a Mok'Nathal, which will have 5 attack, and then when that dies, and it has Rush, it's going to hit something, it's going to die, and it's going to do 5 damage, like casting a Cinderstorm. That's pretty good. But yeah, at 2 attack, this death rattle is not great. I think maybe the whole point of this is to either buff it up or to copy its death rattle. So pretty fun, pretty good. I don't know if it's actually going to be competitively viable. Actually, no, I think maybe it would be. It just curves so nicely into the lion. And then yeah, again, there's that card that buffs things by +3/+3. So buffing this by 3/3, then it's gonna do 5 attack, and then when it dies, it's gonna do you know, a ton of damage to everything. Plus, it has such a high health amount here, where it's gonna be hard to kind of remove this, at least earlier on. So Augmented Porcupine, kind of like it, like buffing it up, like copying its death rattle with the lion. Beastmaster Leoroxx, 8 mana 5/5. Hunter legendary, summon 3 beasts from your hand. This is really, really good. Like 8 mana 5/5, not very great, but that battle cry is insane. Summon 3 beasts. So as long as you're running huge beasts in your hand, let's even just say a couple high mains, pulling a couple high mains, even 2. Like this is busted. Honestly, even pulling 1 high main from your hand, like this is a ton of value. So the fact that you can pull multiple beasts, 3 beasts from your hand, this is so good. There are going to be some beasts where you don't actually want to summon them from your hand. Maybe like your prime, because you want the battle cry to go off. So you're going to kind of want to be very selective with how you build your deck, or maybe just the turns leading up to this guy, you're going to want to dump the minions that you don't want to summon from your hand. Kind of similar to a boom ship, although the minions don't get rush. It's pretty good, right? I like this a lot. It seems like there's going to be a lot of like big archetypes for multiple decks with these huge swingy turns, which are really, really fun. It sucks when you just get like Zephrys and Twisting Nethered the following turn or whatever, but it's really, really fun and enjoyable to do, I think, in Hearthstone, is to just have those big swingy turns. So I really like seeing this Beastmaster card here. This is great. This is super, super good. But it does summon 3 beasts, right? I think we need to see more big beasts. Oh my god, like Crush, actually. What? Just summoning Crush and summoning 2 Highmanes. Could you imagine? My god. Super good. All right, I think that's it. I covered Liadrin already and Zixor. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. This is a really crazy set. They seem to be doing a great job with these. A lot of flavor on these cards, and I'm really excited. So yeah, if you guys haven't yet, check out my Twitter. I am doing a giveaway for a bundle for 55 packs. I think it's 55 packs. I don't know, the smaller bundle. Check it out. If you like the video, hit it with a thumbs up. Good luck on ladder and stay hydrated.